Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I got food. I got generators. I got, things to fall back on.
You have warmth.
I have warmth.
You have Miss Linda.
There you go. What more could I ask
That's
for?
all you need.
What more could I ask for? She's going to take care of me. She'll feed me. She'll make sure that I don't do stupid stuff. Like when I'm out too long with the shovel, she'll be, get in there. Yeah, exactly.
I have my own Pioneer Woman at home. She's got the fireplace ready to cook on if we need to.
There you go.
Hey, what a deal.
Yeah.
She even stacked her own wood like yesterday while I was
Really?
out and about. Oh, yeah. She got it.
Pioneer Woman was right.
Hey, retired life is good.
It is. It is. You got to have something to do. She can only,
Oh, she got plenty to do. I can tell you that. Yeah.
well, I mean, she has extra time. I'm not saying that she doesn't, that she's laying around or eating bonbons and stuff.
Absolutely.
We know that's not true.
Grateful for her and glad she's enjoying what she's doing. So.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, sir, how's the real estate world?
It's good. Things are still moving forward. The numbers are kind of conflicting coming in. It seems like we're busier now than we were last year. And talking to more people, people are trying to figure out what are they going to do, how they're going to do it. And it's a matter of getting them to the finance and get that done and get clear on representation and then see houses. The days of calling up saying, I'm out in front of this house over here, have you talked to a bank? Have you been pre-approved? Have you sold your house? Things like that. Oh, we're just curious. Yeah, that's pretty much over with. Because it's just a waste of everybody's time. I really don't know why we did it before, why we, the royal we, did it before, but we did. And, you try to convert some. Some would convert long-term. We're going to go back, we're going to put our house up for sale, and depends on where you're at now, what the markets are. Some of these markets aren't what they were before. None of them are what they were during COVID. And it really didn't matter, even in the cities and stuff that people were trying to get out of, there were other people that were trying to find houses because they were renting, and they were looking to be able to work from home but still have a family. You can live in a smaller apartment when you're just living in it, but when you're working and living out of it, and the two years are like this, every day, all day, you decide, we could use a little more space here. And there were a number of children that were conceived during those years, and they're getting a little bigger now. They need their own rooms, so there's a cycle to all of it. People are looking, and we're fortunate here in that a lot of the kids, the younger adults, they're all kids. The younger adults are staying here. They're not as quick to pull the trigger and leave. Some are, they go to school in Fayetteville, wherever, and they realize that that's not the same life there that it was here. And if there's something that they can do here to make a living, they may take a little less money, they may adjust to it to be able to live here in God's country. And so we're seeing younger couples. We're seeing more moderately priced houses. We're seeing more price reductions. We're seeing homes that they can do what you normally, that historically you've done. You buy a house, you fix it up, you build some equity in it, you sell that one, you buy another one, and you go through that process, and it's just part of the cycle of life. That's how you build when they talk about generational wealth. That's where that comes from. It comes from upping your the properties that you own and building up a real estate nest egg. And there's still some great opportunities. We're down, we're a little below 500 now as far as the houses. Number of price changes, the market's adjusting to where we are market-wise, to where we are market-wise in other places, because people coming here maybe didn't get as much for their house as they did, because, say it again and again and again, COVID's over, and we're not going to get that bump of you're not getting that COVID bump as far as supply and demand, and you're not getting that with the interest rates. Interest rates are down. There's programs that are in the high fives, low sixes. I mean, you got to remember that goes with what your credit score is and stuff like that. Not everybody's going to get that rate, but start there. Start with getting pre-approved and seeing what you can afford and be realistic with that, and then say, okay, if I raise my score another 5 points, what would that do? How would that affect me? And let the people that do that, let the bankers, the mortgage brokers,
Let the
Kristen
local
Sari,
bankers.
let local bankers, yes, stay off of Zillow and Rocket and all that nonsense. Deal with the people that are here in front of you, where you can sit down and talk to them. Wonderful idea. And you're supporting the community as well that you're going to live in. It's going to sponsor your kids' T-ball games.
Well, and the
come
other
summer.
side of that kicker, Bob, is the fact that if you're dealing with a local bank or a local mortgage company, they know the area. They
Yep.
know the value of what you actually have. You send it all off to a Rocket Mortgage or a XYZ Mortgage. They don't have a clue. They
No.
don't know where those houses are. They don't know the neighborhood. They don't know that the house that they're looking to finance is sitting on 3.5 beautiful acres that overlook the lake. They just know the address.
Right, they got the address, and a lot of them, they call them drive-by appraisals, but they're doing it online. So they're looking at sales. They have no idea, like you say, of where these things are. Sometimes you get them, and it's down some 3 miles of dirt and all routed up, but the house is, because it was an old farmhouse, so it's got a lot of footage. Mm-hmm. So you get the appraisal back for that, and you go, nobody's going to pay this. I mean, it's funny. It goes both ways because it's all computer generated. AI is not always your friend.
And how often does it happen to where they get to go do this appraisal report and they get to the end of the blacktop and go, I'm not taking my car down that road.
Right.
So they sit there and do it on the internet and do some comparisons by punching in the address number up or the address number down and go check it out. And
Whereas our guys that are here, the appraisers that are here,
got
that
the pickup truck
work
to go
in
get
this,
it done.
That's like, oh yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah,
and
that's Uncle
and
Bill's
we'll
old
go
place.
get it done. Yeah, that's right. That's down by the old Smith's property.
Yeah.
But and that's very important. And you need to kind of keep that in mind when you're dealing with your finances. This is a big decision for people. This is the largest decision you're going to, especially the first time. It's scary as hell. When you're sitting there trying to figure out, wow, are we doing the right thing? What should we be doing? Do we do a little more of this, a little of that? It is a big decision. But when we help people with this all the time, and we'll get them going in the right direction. We'll get them, start with your bank, whoever it is you deal with now. And then if that doesn't work, we can help to get you with some great people that are here locally in town and that are going to help you be successful. Because they want you to be successful too. They're part of the community.
Yeah.
That's got a lot to do with
Let's
it.
take a look at your numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 45 new listings came on the market, 4 commercial properties, 25 parcels of land came on, leaving 16 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $19,000 to $1.3 million. With 24 properties sold, 2 commercial properties, 7 parcels of land, 15 homes closed. They ranged in price from $775,000 to $38,000. So the average sale price this week was $308,000 with 178 days on market. 10 properties expired, and there were 32 residential price changes. Currently, we have 472 homes on the MLS. 179 of those are in Mountain Home. Year to date so far for 2026, there's been 38 homes have sold. The median sale price has been $213,000 with 110 days on market. Last year, there have been 52 homes sold. Median sale price last year was $217,000 with 57 days on market. And so it was just a different thing coming out of 24. Mm-hmm. There was still a little momentum behind it. In 24, in the beginning of the year, as those interest rates were starting to kick in, there were 37 sales. Median sale price was $205,000. 23, 42 homes sold with the median sale price of $184,000. Let's see, in 22, middle of COVID, 76 homes closed in the first 3 weeks of January. Give you an idea of how things were. Median sale price then was $186,000. In 2019, the last year before COVID, 37 homes sold. Median sale price was $110,000 with 94 days on the market. So prices are up, but they're coming back down. We're seeing, if you want to sell, you got to adjust to the market. That's just what it is. You got to adjust to the market.
Be flexible.
Yeah, and the buyers are coming in and they're wanting more. They're wanting more concessions, whether it's VA loans or just in general. They want everything fixed. They want stuff that would normally just go by. They want that done, and then they'll want a credit. They don't necessarily want it all fixed. They want a credit, and then 5 years from now when they go to sell the house, they'll call us back and we'll go back out there, take a look and say, did you ever fix those outlets in the pantry over there that were, oh no, well, fix them now because you already were paid for those and you took the money, you didn't do the work. And we've had that happen on many occasions.
How important is the pre-market home inspection coming?
We're liking it more and more. I would rather get in there. We had a home on the river. We weren't sure where we were going to be price-wise and stuff. We wanted to make sure that we didn't get surprised with anything. So get the home inspected. It's a couple $100. It doesn't have to be real detail, but you want to make sure that there's no deal breakers in there that you weren't aware of. You didn't know that there was a leak up in the ceiling in the attic because nobody goes up there. There's a cracked rafter. Things like where your toilet is or where your shower is. There'll be a leak in there, and you won't know ever. But you get down there, and here's the drywall, the plywood on the floor is a big patch where it's all discolored and stuff. So you want to get ahead of those because it's not going to go away. You're aware of it. The little stuff you can kind of say, look, we're aware of this. We're not going to do anything about it because it's a spot on the wall from an old leak that occurred, and you're going to paint it anyway. So we're not going to do anything with that. Roofs are still killers for the insurance companies. They're still killing us with roofs. And I like the inspection being done so you don't get surprised. So you think that you're walking down the aisle, you're going to the altar, and then all of a sudden, anybody have any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. And the inspector says, yeah, there's the foundation isn't right here. There's some stuff that's right.
How do they get you?
You want to get a hold of Bob. You want to get a hold of my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net. Enjoy the cameras. There's an IDX on our website. We have all the listings for everybody's property in the area. And we're here to help you out. That's really what we do. We do it day in and day out.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. 870-405-0793 is her number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is her website. We'll see you next Friday for some more This Week in Real Estate.